guys, how are you? Here we are. Today is Tuesday. This is a very important Tuesday because tonight there will be Italy playing to go to the final, and we really hope, of course, all the Italians like me, we really hope that Italy will go to the final. Hey Andrea, what do you think? Are we gonna make it or not? I really hope we're gonna make it. Anyway, this time I've got all your sketches, and I will start from the last one of the past week that I could not print because of my ink problem. And now, because the ink problem is being solved, and here we have everything we need, all right? So there is no problem. I see all the people already connected. Ciao Anish, ciao to everybody, Adele. And Carbole, ciao, good evening to you. We are 13 and we're gonna talk right away. Hey S29, ciao. And I've got also a new sketch from Konstantinos from Greece. I don't know if he's gonna be with us because probably this time he's working, but he will be watching the sketch, not correction, but my feedback later on. The human Photoshop Luciano Bove. Yes, don't forget. Thank you, Anish. Don't forget this hashtag on Facebook, but also mainly on Instagram. Okay, so the human Photoshop Luciano Bove. It's good night here. Okay, good night for you, Ashen. Yeah, if you are from India, I know that here over there are 3.5 hours more than here, so I understand. All right, so let's start right away so that we can dive in. And let me change camera so that you can see what's going on here. Here we go, let's see. Ciao Real, hey Vivek, ciao. So I've got your sketches, don't worry. We have all these, okay? There are the sketches of everybody, okay? Until the last one, which is a boat, a yacht, okay? Because this time he wanted to try something different. But this is the first one that we're gonna check, because as you remember, I could not print this sketch before last week because of my ink problem. And now that I could do it, ciao gleb, ciao. So we're gonna start from this one. First of all, I think that the guy is called Umer, if I remember right. And this is a contact from Facebook. Now, I hope you are there. Okay. Gleb, I am ZZETD00121. All right, it's a little bit complicated. First of all, I would like to ask you, because I was looking carefully to your sketch and I can see that you are using Umer. Yes, Umer. Carbole. All right. So I am thinking that you are using the wrong pencil, because all those lines are too big, too thick, and also the wrong paper. Because look, the type of detail you get onto the paper is not very smooth. Therefore, I am sure you are not using our preferred Canson paper. Okay? Yes, Razvan, I think your sketch is there. Don't worry. So what I want to do for Umer, I want to show you. This is the paper you have to buy. Okay? This one, Canson paper, white. You have to sketch on this one because it's ultra smooth. With pencil is perfect, ok? Per farne uno bene sto cercando di migliorare con i pantoni e i pastelli, più la stampa a te, quindi non sto dicendo molto di no, mi dispiace. Ok Andrea, non ti preoccupare. Alright, so I wish that Umer will buy this paper, okay? A4 format, 70 grams, it is white, it's marker paper, okay? It is marker paper, marker layout paper, okay? So this is the paper. No, charcoal pencil is wrong. That's why you're having all this. This is not good. You have to buy, I said it many times, you have to buy this one, which is black 199 faber castell, okay? And you can find this in India, no problem, because all my Indian students, they have it, okay? They buy it. You find it in art store, but you can buy also from Amazon, all right? So it's faber castell number 1, black 199, okay? I hope you can see 199. This is the most important information I give you today if you want to improve the quality of your sketching, okay? So faber castell, okay, black 199. This is one you have to buy. And then for the paper is a white Canson paper, marker paper, okay? A4 format, it's okay. Carbonate, you have to buy this. Humer, you have to buy this. Please, do it for me. No, do it for yourself. Okay, now let's come and check a little bit the feedback I can give you, okay? First of all, the perspective is not bad. So your perspective is nice. That's great. And I see that your perspectives generally when you sketch on when I see your sketches, they are not bad. The only problem is the line quality. Okay, so now I'm using the Faber-Castell on top of print paper, all right? Your hand behind pencil, maybe that will help the camera pick it up. Okay, all right, let's see. All right, you see, that's the brand, and here is the number, okay? It's a little bit complicated. Let's see like that, maybe on top. No, all right, okay, good. Okay, so now this ellipse is fine. This one also is fine. So that's very good. Now, when you do a car in this three-quarter front, don't ever forget that your car, it's always taping in a little bit on the side, okay? So here, in the back and in the front, you should do more like that. Look, a little bit more like this. You see? That's the first thing that I would like to correct. This little, yes, polychromos. This little detail here, like I did in the back. Then when we do that, you will realize that the car is a little bit too low. So let's put the right line here. All right? You see? Now the car has a better proportions in its height compared to the ground. And another thing we have to do, we have to put the right shadow, because the shadow you put is not correct. The way you're doing the shading and the highlights, the light is coming from here. Okay? All right? So the shadow, it's gonna be like this. Look. I make it dark so you can see it. Then this is your wheel, all right, which is okay, no big deal, it's pretty good. Then we have this. And there you have the rest of the shadow. You see, now we have your car in the right perspective with a very dynamic shadow that is pushing that way because the light source is from here. And then you have a feeling that the car is much better placed on the ground. Now I take my white to erase all this marker you put that we don't need here, okay? so you have a better idea. You see? So this is the first thing you have to put in your mind, all right? So now let's take care of this line here. Now what happens when we are in this situation? That we have a shadow of this front onto the ground, all right? But we have also this, look. I show you. This part in general I make a little bit darker because it's like a shadow into the shadow. You see? Now we have a real feeling of the car that is having its shadow onto a ground where we can really see the darkest spot, this part, because there is always a little bit of light coming from the top, okay? From the top, there is always. So, this is the first thing I want to do. The second thing is be very careful about your shading, because if this is the section, okay, of your cylinder, which is very nice, not bad, then here it's coming out. All right, like that, you see? And I can do the same thing here. All right, then with this line, I just clean up your line. Your reflection is fine, no problem. I just make it a little bit darker. Your highlight is fine, so I don't touch it. You see? So you are doing things that are correct. The only problem is the quality. It's really the Charles said, it's really the quality of the pencil, you know, the way you're using it. Then there is one problem here in reflection. So this is okay. And here, it's like this. Look. And you know why it's like that in here? Because here our bumper is turning, you know, it's turning on the other side. And as we say always, that the reflection will stop, you know, will stop. I write here, stop, before the surface will turn, always. Therefore here we have white. You see? Then this is the radius, you see here, turning. Then we go back, you see? Then we go back to your reflection, which was correct. So, same thing on top. Here you have shading from dark to light, which is okay, all right? But here the reflection must be really like a line, a real dark line, you see? You see? Now you get the reflection feeling. Yes, it will stop at the corner, yeah. All right? This is in shadow. And here in the back, I would just make this line a little bit more like that, a little bit stronger, okay? Just cleaning up a little bit your perspective, all right? So now let's check a little bit the lights, okay? I would say that the lights you place in the correctly, but we have to learn how to make those lights in a way that they look more like lights, okay? You see, what it counts is the contrast. Contrast. Same thing, we're gonna do it here. All right, so now I want to show you one more thing. The reason why I ask you to buy, to buy this type of pencil, the one that I'm using, the Faber Castell, is because with this pencil you can do really nice shading, but really nice. You see? Look. You see? Look, your car looks very shiny now. Ciao, George. Ciao. And that's the objective. Put the center line. All right, so for the wheels, I would do like that. Okay, for your graphics it's fine, no big deal. Just make sure that you put all the black area so that you get a good balance. You see, the wheel is much better balanced now than before. And in the back it's okay like that, no big deal, because we won't, it's too far, we don't want to show too much. All right, so I hope that this is good for you, Umer. Remember, with this pencil you can do some really nice lines. Look at my lines. Then I can go there and then really make that line become alive, really, from really dark to really light, or like this. Look, you see, look at the quality. Ciao Costantino, you are the next. You're gonna be next, okay? So you see, Umer, it's very different from the quality that your sketch have. So please change your charcoal pencil, buy this one, and you will find yourself much better, but much better. Look how nice. Look how shiny is your sketch now. All right, okay, good. Let's move on. So Costantino, thank you very much for your tip. Guys, Costantino gave me another nice tip for this sketch for giving him my feedback today. By the way, if you want, you can always use the super sticker, super chat, or eventually you can use the PayPal link for a tip if you want to buy beer or a pizza or a coffee. All right, it is into the description of this video. You will find the PayPal link. All right, Costantino, first of all, my congratulations to you, because compared to the one you did last time, in my opinion, this is much better. All right, so we have a three-dimensional feeling that we did not have last time. We have a very nice composition with this black that you put here. Maybe your name is a little bit too big, but that's okay. What I want to say is that it looks much better. So this is a very good improvement. Now the only thing that I would say is that probably some of those lines, you know, if this is a big sphere that I cut, maybe this line is not going up here, but it's coming down here, you see? And this line I would make it a little bit sharp, a little bit more sharp. You see, until down here. Then here we can put the highlight the way you did. Now, this is the shadow of this element here, okay? This element I would make even longer. Why not? You know, just to work on, just to work better on the overall proportions. Thank you, Konstantinos. Thank you, thank you. So, what I would do here, I would just divide in two parts those two sort of antennas, or I don't know what they are, to make it look a little bit more product design like. You see? Look. So they look a little bit more three-dimensional. Little detailing, you know, those are little details. Then another thing we can do here, we can even imagine, you know, to put another element inside, like that. You see? Why not? Like an electronic thing, whatever. I don't know. Okay, so, but you know what it is. I don't, but you do. And then one thing important, don't forget, the shadow cannot be there. It has to follow the spheric shape of this part of your helmet. So the shadow should be like that. You see? Like that is more natural. It looks more natural. I just clean up the lines just a little bit, okay? Then you have a cut line here. Let's do strong on top and very light after. You see? You see? It looks better. Okay, now let's looking at your overall design. I would do still something to make it a little bit more structured, okay? Because it looks here a little bit confusing in this area. Okay, so what would I do? First of all, let's make this a little bit more dynamic. So let's make it really dark, more like that. Then you have this element. Let's bring it a little bit more on the side, down here. You see? Then this one, I would go with the line that is like this, you see? And not empty. Unless everything looks like it's doing that. You have to counterbalance. Then here I would go just dark. I would not do too much. This is nice. Okay. Then this line I would probably make it a little bit more like that. And this one more like this. Just a little shadow, just a little shadow, to make it more mean, in the look, you know. You see, with a little shadow there, it looks a little bit mean, which I think it's also part of the game, no? Then here I would just make it straight because it looks even more mean, like mad, scary. You see? Little details, I'm just making little detailing. Okay, so now if I do that like that here, then I put a little bit of shading here, and I make this one also a little bit inclinated, you see? So everything, it becomes a little bit more coherent with all the other elements, you see? This line, it's a little bit empty. I will try to make it, to correct that line. Just to define a little bit better the outline of this helmet. You see? You see how those elements now, they look a little bit better integrated. Ciao, Aero. Here I just want to make sure that we get a good feeling on this red element. That should be a little bit more in perspective. You see? And then here in the back, I would just cut here because it looks like there's too much. It's a little heavy. This way it's gonna be much, much lighter. Look. You see? The feeling, you know, the overall feeling is that it's a little bit lighter here, and then it becomes, you know, the element you made. The thing you did. Then I would like to add some little details. Few details, for example, here. All right. You see here, I cut the point and I made this type of section that makes it look more like it's something that is together with something else. Then here we can also imagine, you know, sort of element. So we put just the cut line. Just the cut line, okay? Then I will add this part. So this looks like something that is connected to the ears, you know. And then because we want to make it, we want to make sure that this is something that is, how can I say, a little bit like a robot, you know. look what I do. I put some detailing, okay? And I want to make sure that I can see those details also on this dark part. Oops. All right, you see, so we add some detailing that will tell us that this is a I don't know if you like what I'm doing, Konstantinos, but I think that this way it can be a little bit more interesting. Let's say that. Okay? Then what else could we do? Here, for example, I will make this darker because this is really in the back. We don't need to see this too much. We want to make sure that we get the idea of what is in the front and what is in the back. Then here there is a shadow. Here too. All right. So then here we can put just few details like that. You see? Those little things that we add make it look a little bit more special. Okay, Costantino, I think I did it. I don't know if you are happy with what I tried to do, but I think that this one is starting to come out really nice. So yeah, that's the thing, to make it a little bit more interesting, you see? And that's why I want you to think about, you know, to really think about how now you can use those little things to make it look more interesting. Okay, well, I hope that this is okay. I could go on and on you know, to put more details, but I don't want to exaggerate, because if I do, I risk to ruin it. Okay, all right, Konstantinos, I hope you are happy with this. And if you're not, don't worry, send me again a new one and we'll take care of it. Okay? Thank you very much, and thank you very much for your tip, which is very, very nice. Thanks. Now, Vedant. So, Vedant, the first thing is that your sketch has improved a lot. I hope you are there, okay, that you are watching. This is great compared to the first one you sent. After only 2-3 times that we are here sketching together during this Tuesday with the sketch. Is it time yet to try other perspectives? Konstantinos, yeah, you could try a perspective which is more like this one. Look, I'll make it like that so that you get an idea. where you have the ear here, the eyes are here, okay? And therefore you can do whatever you want, you know. You see, something like that. So that you start getting a little bit, we start watching, looking at this element from a different, you know, if I think about, okay, something like that. Okay. So, Vedant, very nice. I like also the highlights you put, everything. You tried really hard to follow my advices, and I am very happy about it. So, okay. So sorry, I was watching a video, a message that I just got on my telephone. Okay, so even this is nice. Okay, all right. Now the only thing is that if this is a section just to show the section, it's okay, but this is would be just one door, okay, vehicle. Now be careful with those points, okay? When you put those points, it's always so it's much better to make like that, and then don't put those things on top. Don't. We don't want that. Believe me, we don't. So I will make a quick resketch of yours just to show you. Hey Vedant, you are there, I saw. Okay, good. So the wheels the way you did, it's fine, okay? I'm just moving the wheel a little bit, you see? I'm just putting the wheel in the front, a little bit more in the front. We're too close, okay? Was just too short. So look. I just want you to pick up the right perspective, the right proportions, sorry. And I would like you also to do sketches like this one that I'm doing now, you know. Be careful with the height of your reflections. You see, I made it a little bit lower, okay? Quick sketching. Try to make quick sketching. All of you should try to make quick sketching, okay? If you do something like this, it's already enough to make a quick sketching, to study, you know, to study new things, you know. We don't need all the time to put everything, all the highlights, all the details on the wheels and stuff like that. Especially at the beginning, you know, just have fun. A little bit of shadow here. Here too, just a little bit. And now let's put a little bit of shadow of the car on the ground. Look what a nice sketch is coming out. Just few lines. Don't go all the way to do every single thing, you know. So next time, Vedant, make a sketch like this one. It's very nice, believe me. This one is beautiful, but too much. So now let's put a little bit of lights. You see? Little light there. Why not? Here we can imagine that the light is just behind the glass. We have a sort of a door here. Okay? You see, the proportion look nice. Okay, so I will show you the difference between the two. Okay, so that you realize, you understand the main difference between those two. Okay, look, you see? Okay, all right, so next time I want you to do a sketch like this one. Very simple, just a black pencil, white paper, and just have fun. Very quick. Look, I show you again how quick I made it. Look, you have your reflection. Make sure that your reflection on the glass, this part is smaller here than here. Look, here you were, everything was black and a little bit of white. No, it's the other way around, you see? Okay, the proportions between the white area and the dark reflection area. Here we have just our character line and the shadow shading, of course. Then we have this part that is gonna be really dark. You see, really ultra dark. Okay, good. Hey, Mr. Gopal, ciao. All right, so this is for our friend Vedant, okay? Today is 06/07/21. After I'll publish this one. Looks nice. And now Anish. Okay, Vedant, next time try to send me like this, and don't worry, we're gonna, because this is really the beginning, you know, the way we should learn how to sketch. And then this is another step that is a little bit more deeper, you know, deeper. So let's start from the basics. Let's show me something like this next time. Don't worry, I will appreciate very much. Okay, Vedant, first of all, this one is better proportion than the one you did last time. Okay, so I like it. A little bit narrow, but it's much more believable than the one you did last time. We should practice only on line quiet and line weight. So the beginning. Yeah, yes, real. That's exactly what I try to say to everybody. And but I understand, because a lot of people, I mean, all of you, you see me making nice sketches. You see Berk and other people, Scott and, you know, or Michele making those beautiful sketches with marker and colors or highlights. And of course you want to try. I understand that you want to try. But at the same time, we have to learn how to do this first from the basics, okay? So here too, I will do the same thing that I did for Vedant, okay? I just want to make sure that few things that you understand really well, those few things. First of all, as we said, when you do a front view, put a center line, put your main lines, okay? So that you know that you keep a control of the front view of this car, that it doesn't look like that or like this, you know. So you have to find a way to keep control. All right, keep control, Anish. All right, so that's the first thing. Second thing, let's make sure that the width of the car looks nice. Okay, now yours is a little bit narrow, in my opinion. Yeah, it looks a little bit just too much right. And when we do sketches, we can exaggerate a little bit. Okay, You see, I'm doing something like this, and then from here I will do a little bit more like this. Look. So you see the difference in width, you know. Then if I put my wheels here, and I do the same thing here, then I put back wheel that are there, so basically I'm making this car a little bit larger, wider. Here too, I make a quick sketch. I want you to do the same thing, to try to do the same thing. Quick sketching, okay? Of course, always try to keep a good quality of the lines, all right? You see, now you have a feeling of a car that is more seated on the ground. How can I make a sketch more curvy? Do that on this one, but as you can see, it's far from it. No, it is curvy. The only thing is a little bit crooked, you know, it's a little bit shrinked. It's like a, you did that. So that's what I'm doing now. Look, I show you both of them together, okay, on the same page, so that you can see how I transform yours. Okay, now I look at yours. Okay, I just look at your design, and I try to make it the way you did. Okay, so this point here on the other side, it's gonna be here. Now to make it don't make this banana-like line here on the base of the windshield, because that will make everything look empty, strange. So in general, just for the moment, from this view, make it like a little bit, just a little bit, you know. And then when you do that, here, of course, you have a sort of a shoulder that comes with this one, it comes with this one. And then I understand that what you want to do here is to make this front, come to this front like that, okay? All right. Okay, here too, I'll try to make it simple, okay? Because here it's a little bit complicated the way you did here. All right, so I'll do the same thing on the other side. Oops. Okay, now before I keep going, I just want to make a little bit of shading so that I get a feeling of what I'm doing. Now look at my shading, because this shading, it starts here and then it stops. You see, it stops there, and this is nice, it's too light. So look the way I do it, okay? Take your pencil, take your time. Take your time and just make it. until white. But look how I'm doing it. I went for the second time, second layer, and then I do a third layer to make sure that the transition between that black, the gray and the white is nicely done. There you go. You see? All right, now let's put the reflection on the other side. You see? Fenders you did, okay. Try to do the same, but it's a bit edgy. Yeah, don't worry. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of shading so that nothing is gonna be that edgy, okay? We can even imagine to do something like this. Look what I do. Look what I do. You see? Here, it's like this is going inside, like that. So you have this picking up the light, this is in shadow. I don't know if you like it, but I find it interesting. Okay, so now I put this type of design you did here. I'll try to replicate, okay? You see, so we have a sort of a front end that has a real face, you know? You see? Okay, before I put the lights and stuff like that, let me do some shading, okay? You see? Look! It looks kind of powerful there. Okay, it's in shadow because the light is coming from there. And here it's a little bit like that. Okay, so now inside here we have to decide where we put the lights. So you have a top lights here on top. Oops, sorry. On top, very light, very wide, which is a good thing. So let me try to make that too. Okay, let's say that this is your lights, okay? And I do the same thing on the other side. but this is a little bit bigger than that one, so I make correction so that we get the same proportions. Then here we can imagine a sort of three-dimensional effect of this part. All right, then this part will be dark, and let me put a little bit of thickness here. And then a little bit of shading here. And then we can imagine to put some lines, I don't know, there is some sort of protection. You can also leave it just like that if you like. But you see, now you have a better proportion proposal. Look, now this one is a little bit more powerful. You see? And we can imagine to put here some sort of side camera. That will give a feeling of a wider car. Feels like he just tried to get the feel of a Supra MK5. Okay, the marker paper. Marker paper, wait, Rudolph. The marker paper, it's Canson. This one is fantastic to sketch with pencil, chalk, and marker. This is a marker paper, okay? Marker paper. Canson paper. Okay, now let's make this one down here a little bit darker. So that it looks much better, and most of all it looks like proportions and everything, it's really better. Okay, you see? Now we have something that looks nice. A little bit of shading here, a little bit of shading there, a little bit of shading here, a little bit of shading in this area. You see? And here we go. Okay, Anish, that's for you today. All right, so now let's see this one, which is very nice. I take a blue one, okay, because this is, thank you, Anish, thank you. Because this one, it's blue, and therefore I pick up a blue pencil, okay? This is always a Faber-Castell, it's dark indigo blue. Okay, so first of all, I would like to say that this one looks really nice. Proportions, perspective, ellipse, some dark and shadows, light and shadows, they look nice. So, to be honest, I don't know what else I can do to make it better. However, there is something that I can do better here. So, who did this one? Be very careful. okay? Because what we need to do, it's the shadow area, which is a little bit too light. No, this one has to be dark if you want really to, you know, to make sure that your car will jump out of the paper. You're welcome, Manish, you're welcome. So look how dark I go. This is done with the blue, huh? Dark blue. Okay, so already we have a great feeling of the car that is really ciao real. This is really sitting now. There is no doubt. This is dark. It is underneath. It's in perspective. Now the second thing you have to do, make sure that your reflections, what we usually do with marker, it's really dark. And in the case of this one, okay, dark in the center, shade in the front and in the back. Look. You see? And that's it. Yours is done. I you know, to be honest, to give you a hand, I think that this is already, yes, contrast. This is really dark. This is dark, you know. Then here, quick sketch, but we can always make this a little bit like that, you see? So that we can see that the car is turning. Same thing here. On top. Okay, that's it, you know, real. I don't want to add anything else because this is a nice quick sketch that just needed a little bit of extra, you know, just a little bit of extra reflection. That's all. Let's put this a little bit higher. Okay, good. Now next one. You know, guys, in 30 minutes I have to stop. Okay, so this one is very nice. I like the way you use the marker. It looks really cool. Okay, so I don't have really big things to tell you. The only thing, make sure that if you put the black here in this area like you did here, I know that you want to put the focal point here, and that's why you're making a biggest contrast in the front area. But in the back, let's just put a little bit better, you know, this. Just a little bit better, okay? Because it really, look how much better looks the whole thing. Okay, Mozam. All right. And the same thing, I suggest you to do it on the other sketch on top. It just looks better. The sketch, entire sketch, okay? You see, now we have two cars sitting on the ground. So that's nice. Then another thing you can do, you can just put a little bit of extra shading here. You can do with marker, no, you don't have to use the pencil. You can do this with marker. Just to Go twice more with the marker so that you have a little bit of extra shading, you see, like I'm doing. You can do that with marker. Here also maybe we can make it a little bit darker. It reminds me of an old Volvo, this car. You see? And here on top you can just do the same thing, but with markers you can do that. You can do that with markers. Okay? And for me this is a nice sketch, nice composition. So I really, ciao, quack bao, tran, ciao. The wheels are very nice, you're right, Razvan, I agree with you. They're well done, there's not much to say. You know, maybe just hit a little bit stronger, you know, to make a little bit meaning like that, but this is just a stylistic, you know, choice. For me it's fine. So Mozam, keep going like that. I like it. All right, I just put this a little bit down, just a little. You see here, push a little bit down because it's a little bit too much going up. Here too. Okay, next, signation. I don't know if you are there. Proportions, signations. We have to fix the proportions here. Try to go fast, but I fixed the proportions. You're welcome, Mozam. You're welcome. My pleasure. My pleasure. Okay, here the proportions are a little bit wrong. Okay? Signation. First of all, we said center of the wheel, ground line. The car is there. It starts here, not down here. It's too low. So the car you make is too low. So let's do it. Put the shadow. So therefore, if it's here, the beginning of the car, here it's also the beginning of your car. And here too. Okay, this one is pretty much okay. No problem. So let me put that shadow. Quick sketching, but always with quality. Okay, don't be sloppy. You see, now we have a nice base. Now we see it. So this like that doesn't work really well. So let's do this. You see, that's basically your design. I just fixed the lines because look where you were there, and I bring it down there, really back. Then this point was here, little strange, very small, very. You need to bring it over here so that you can make a very nice line. Hey, signation, good, because I'm working on yours. Okay. All right. Okay, so I think that this sketch it's all right. Okay, this sort of background like that is fine, no problem. Okay, Sangation, I don't know if you saw the beginning of this, but anyway, go and check after the video eventually when I started to do your sketch to understand what I did. Basically, the proportions were wrong, okay? So I took your canopy, bringing it up a little bit, made that car a little bit longer in the back, make sure that this nice chicken leg works really nice, okay? Very elegant, okay? Put a nice shadow, and most of all, your car was too low. I brought it up because the proportion between the ground area and the beginning. The technique, warm and cool tones and mechanical story surprised me a lot. I'm friends at Alfista too. Thanks again for the ebook. Ah, okay, cool. Thank you, Quad. Bound Trying, he just got my ebook and he gave me a very nice feedback, saying that he liked a lot the ebook, and I'm very glad that he did. So we have still a lot things. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We got a rang. Improve at least a little bit. Yes, you did, but work your line quality, because look how dark I am. Yours were so light it looked like there was a foggy day in your house. All right. Okay, so now this one has a big problem, the ellipses and the way you put the wheel. In this view, you know, it's really difficult. It's here, the wheel is here. So here, we have to erase that. It's more over here, okay? And this wheel is much bigger. You see the difference? Proportions. I don't know who's this, but there is a problem of proportion here. Okay, like that is a little bit better. Okay, Sagisha, I understand. Don't worry, don't worry. It's okay, it's fine. Gleb Gleb, be careful. Okay? Now, the proportion is this one. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, All right, so the main thing is the proportion. Remember, if this ellipse, okay, it's 20 degrees, this one should be around 35 or 40. The one in the front. It's always bigger because of perspective. You understand? And once you put those two, the right degrees of those ellipses, then automatically you go from center, there you go, the center of this wheel, and the center of the wheel is in the back on the other side. You see? From there to there. So that's why we have the other wheel here and the other one here. Okay. You're welcome, sir. So this one, it's well done. It's not bad, this one. S29 design. It's your turn. It's not bad. The only thing is that you gotta be very careful. If I put a line, you see, here you are lower, and here you are lower. That's not good. Cannot be. If this is the beginning, I put a nice straight line. Therefore, we can imagine that your car, it's like this. You see? So you need to bring it up, the front and the back. Don't put all those details, it's useless. Here the reflections are fine, no problem. Here too. Here it's like that, look. Okay? And your wheels are a little bit small. So let's make those wheels a little bit bigger. Don't make it round like that. It's not nice. Go straight down. Look. A little bit of extra shadow. And now you have a better proportion sketch. Okay? All right. So now it looks much better than before. Musum, there is another one of yours, but I cannot do so many from you. So I will just do this one, okay? So this one, the perspective. We gotta be very careful with tip-up perspective, top view perspective, okay? Those are the lines that go to the vanishing points, all right? Therefore, here I would go a little bit more around because it's too straight down, okay? And then one thing I don't like is that point. Yours is this one, Razvan. Those are the only two left. That's all I have. I did this one. No, I don't know if it was this one. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, good. S29 got his feedback. Now, in top view, we don't see, we see the side, but it's a little bit compressed. Okay, Atarva, I'm doing yours. Okay, good. Razvan, I don't know why I don't have your sketch. I have no idea why. I'm sorry. Okay, so the most important problem you had was in this area, Tarva. It was in this area. Okay? So I'm fixing that, you see? And then another problem is also that this is too low. The car is just too low. So I'm gonna fix that, changing the shadow on the ground. Okay? You will see it will look much, much better. Now I take the white to erase some of those old lines. You see? It looks better now. It's lighter. Okay, the boat is yours, Razvan. I will do it. Don't worry. If it's there, I will do it. I will do it. Alright, so now this light in reality should be more over here. Okay? Okay, so Atarva, this is for you today. That's what I have left. This is the last one. You did a Renault. I don't have it. I didn't see a Renault sketch. All the ones I did, I'm sorry, they are here. Send him, Razvan, send it again. Send it again. And I will do it next Tuesday. Yeah, Sied. Okay, so first of all, I have to tell you that when we do a yacht design, the best way to do it first is in side view. Because yacht design, it's really complicated. Believe me, I am not a yacht designer. I like yacht design. I try sometimes to sketch, but believe me, it's complicated. I have a very good friend that is a yacht designer, but she's not here, so she cannot do it for me. Therefore, I'll try to help. Thank you, Razvan. I'm sorry. Just send it to me again, your Renault sketch, and then next Tuesday I will take care. I will start with you, okay? Send it to me like usually we do on Instagram. Atarva, thank you to you. Okay, so, but when we do a sketch like this one, you know, it's a little bit like sketching cars. So, wait, let me put let me do that. So we have to make it in perspective so that it feels like we can see a little bit, you know, of the other side. Mr. Patel, how can I send my design? Ciao Patel. I hope that you subscribe to my channel. You can send your design on my Instagram profile in the chat. You send a couple of sketches in JPEG, and then I will send it to you. You will send it to me, I will print, and then I will give you feedback. Okay, Anish, how much difference does the pencil and marker paper really make when compared to regular color pencil and paper? There is a very good difference, Anish. It's useless, I explain always the same things. Use a good pencil and a good paper and you will realize by yourself, okay? Okay, so if I put the center line, you see what I'm doing, I'm putting a center line just like we do on the cars, okay? Put a center line to make sure that I really have a feeling of what's going on here. And then let's watch at proportions. This is too complicated, it's too much, it's too much. Let's make it dark. In the yacht design, the most important thing at the beginning is really to understand the graphics, the way graphics work together. Hey Adele. Yeah, Adele, I can only use one or two sketches. I cannot send a lot of sketches. I cannot do all of your sketches. Okay? Okay. Bye bye, Real. You see, I'm working on the proportions to make sure that the proportions are correct. I mean, I try. Here there is too much stuff, you know. In reality, you should do it more like that. And take this off. You see, now it looks better. It looks has a better direction. Adele, yours was which one? Was the blue one, I guess. Okay. Anyway, you guys, it's very simple. If you think that I missed the sketch, that can happen, you know. I have many things I have to do every day between work and the work for you. So, if you think that I missed something, send me again. It's very simple. Okay. Yeah, I think that now, you know, now we got a sort of a graphic design, okay, that is working. And then when you do a yacht, you remember that you have always sort of antenna on top. There is always something here. something up there, okay? A little bit of reflection on the sea, okay? The sun coming down, and then a little bit of birds. Then here you can put, you know, a little flag, all right? And here we can put another graphic, you know, like there is a glass there or something. Okay, so all right. Voila. I think this is this was the last one. So I turn again my camera so that we can discuss very quickly together before we say goodbye. I hope you like this this yacht reinterpretation. Okay. And here I am. So, but yacht design, it's not my stuff, you know, to be honest. I know somebody is very good in sketching yacht, in doing yacht. It's working. It's really working into a yacht company, yacht design company. Therefore, she is really good, much better than me. But this one, I think this one we should just retrace it and start all over again. I'm watching from the back, just to see how it looks. It's not that bad. Let me put a little bit of you know, when we do yacht, there is always this type of things for protection, you know. This one here, so I just added, you know, that little thing to be protected. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed today series, your sketch, my feedback. We did almost 15, I think we're 15, okay? So for next time, start thinking, start sketching, send it to me. And for those that I did not print the right ones, I apologize. But don't worry, I will do it next time. Send it to me on Instagram. I check all my chat on Instagram. When I find the sketch, I click, I save it to my desktop, and I print it right away, okay? That's it. If you want to offer me a coffee or pizza or a beer, you can always click the super sticker or the super chat. Only me a little tip on my PayPal link that you find down into the description of this video. All right. Okay, Sanish, I'm very happy. Andrea, we're gonna win. Vinciamo stasera. I'm sure. Le ultime parole famose. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I think that this is here we are. Okay, so thank you very much. We are gonna go and get ready mentally for the match of today for Italy, hoping that it's gonna win so that we're gonna be into the final of this European Soccer Championship, Nation Championship. Thank you very much for being with me. Share this video if you like. If it was the first time for you to be with me, subscribe and send your sketches, because I'm here to give you my feedback. In practice, I sketch for you. Ciao. Bye.